Hi everyone and welcome back. It's Betty here and I'm so excited you're joining me for today's video. Before we get into today's important topic, make sure to hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love seeing where my amazing audience is from. Now, let's dive in. You know, I hear it all the time from folks just like you, people who wake up every morning with stiff joints, aching backs, or that dull throb in their knees that just won't quit. Maybe you've tried everything: pain creams, heating pads, even those expensive massages that only help for a little while. But what if I told you that one of the things you're taking right now to help with the pain might actually be putting your heart at serious risk? That's right. Doctors are sounding the alarm about a popular supplement, one you might even have in your medicine cabinet right this second, that's been linked to heart failure in seniors. And the scariest part? Most people have no idea. They think they're doing something good for their bodies, but in reality, they could be slowly damaging one of the most vital organs they have. Now, I know what you're thinking: supplements are supposed to be safe. They're natural. And yes, that's what we've all been led to believe. But here's the truth: just because something is sold over the counter doesn't mean it's harmless, especially as we get older. Our bodies change. The way we process things changes. And what might have been fine for us at 50 could be quietly causing problems at 70. So today, we're going to talk about this dangerous supplement, what it is, why it's risky, and most importantly, what you can take instead to ease your pain without putting your heart in jeopardy. Because here's the thing: you should be able to move without pain. You should be able to enjoy your days without worrying about your health. But you shouldn't have to gamble with your heart to get there. Let's start with the first big warning sign: calcium supplements. Now, I know what you're thinking: calcium? But my doctor told me to take that for my bones. And yes, calcium is essential for keeping our bones strong, especially as we age and osteoporosis becomes a real concern. But here's the problem: when taken in high doses, especially without the right balance of other nutrients, calcium supplements can build up in your bloodstream. And where does that excess calcium end up? In your arteries. That's right. Studies have shown that seniors who take high-dose calcium supplements without enough vitamin D or magnesium are at a much higher risk of arterial calcification, a fancy way of saying hardening of the arteries. And when your arteries harden, your heart has to work much harder to pump blood. Over time, that extra strain can lead to heart failure. Now, does that mean you should stop caring about your bones? Absolutely not. But instead of relying solely on pills, try getting more calcium from food, dairy, leafy greens, almonds. And if you do need a supplement, make sure it's paired with vitamin D and magnesium to help your body absorb it properly. But calcium isn't the only supplement causing problems. The second one might surprise you: fish oil. Now, fish oil is famous for its heart-healthy omega-3s, right? Well, here's the catch: not all fish oil is created equal. Low-quality fish oil can contain oxidized fats, basically, rancid oil, which can actually increase inflammation in your body. And for some seniors, especially those already on blood thinners, too much fish oil can lead to dangerous bleeding or even irregular heart rhythms. So what's the solution? First, check the quality of your fish oil. Look for brands that are molecularly distilled and tested for purity. And second, consider getting your omega-3s from real food sources like salmon, walnuts, or flax seeds. Now, before we move on to the next dangerous supplement, I want you to think about something. Are you taking either of these right now? If so, don't panic. We're going to talk about safer alternatives, and the right way to take them, so you can keep supporting your health without the risks. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters most: feeling your best, safely. Now, let's talk about a supplement that's been marketed as a miracle worker for joint pain: glucosamine and chondroitin. If you've ever browsed the pharmacy aisle for arthritis relief, you've seen these bottles everywhere. They promise to cushion your joints, reduce stiffness, and keep you moving pain-free. And for some people, they do help. But here's what the labels don't tell you: these supplements can be dangerous for seniors with certain health conditions. You see, glucosamine is often derived from shellfish, which means if you have a shellfish allergy, it could trigger a serious reaction, something many people don't realize until it's too late. But the bigger issue? Chondroitin has blood-thinning properties, which can be a major problem if you're already on medications like warfarin or aspirin. Mixing the two can lead to excessive bleeding, even from minor bumps or cuts. And for seniors, that's a risk you just can't afford to take. So what's the alternative? Instead of relying solely on pills, try incorporating more anti-inflammatory foods into your diet, things like turmeric, ginger, and cherries. These natural options can ease joint pain without the scary side effects. And if you do want to keep taking glucosamine, talk to your doctor first, especially if you're on blood thinners or have allergies. But let's move on to the real shocker: vitamin E supplements. Now, vitamin E is often touted for its antioxidant benefits, its ability to fight aging, and even its role in heart health. But here's the truth: high doses of vitamin E have been linked to an increased risk of heart failure in seniors. How? Because in large amounts, vitamin E can act as a blood thinner, disrupting the delicate balance your body needs to keep your heart functioning smoothly. And here's the kicker: most seniors don't even need extra vitamin E. It's already found in plenty of everyday foods, nuts, seeds, leafy greens. But because we've been conditioned to think more vitamins equals better health, people pop these pills without realizing they might be doing more harm than good. So what should you do? First, check your multivitamin. Many already contain enough vitamin E, so adding extra could push you into dangerous territory. Second, focus on getting your nutrients from whole foods. A handful of almonds or some sautéed spinach gives you all the vitamin E you need, without the risks. Now, I know this is a lot to take in. You might be sitting there thinking, if all these supplements are so risky, what am I supposed to take? And that's exactly what we're going to cover next: the safe alternatives, the ones that actually support your health without putting your heart in jeopardy. Because here's the good news: you can ease your pain, boost your energy, and protect your heart. You just have to know what to look for. So let's talk about the supplements that do work, the ones that doctors wish more seniors knew about. Let me ask you something: when was the last time you really checked what's in your supplement cabinet? I mean, really looked at the labels, the dosages, the ingredients? If you're like most people, you probably just take what your doctor recommended years ago or what you saw advertised on TV. But here's the truth: your body isn't the same as it was a decade ago. What worked then might be quietly working against you now. That brings us to our next dangerous supplement, St. John's wort. Now, this herbal remedy is famous for boosting mood and fighting mild depression. And for some folks, it does help. But here's what no one tells you: St. John's wort interferes with dozens of common medications, blood thinners, heart meds, even cancer treatments. It can make your prescriptions less effective or even cause dangerous side effects. Imagine taking your blood pressure pill every morning, only for St. John's wort to cancel it out without you ever knowing. That's a risk you simply can't afford to take. So what's the alternative? If you're feeling low or anxious, try magnesium instead. It's a natural mood stabilizer that most seniors are deficient in. Foods like pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate, and leafy greens are great sources. Or consider SAMe, another safe supplement that supports mood without the dangerous interactions. Just remember, always check with your doctor before adding anything new, especially if you're on medications. Now, let's talk about one last supplement that might shock you: iron. Unless your doctor has specifically told you you're anemic, extra iron could be doing serious damage. Too much iron builds up in your organs, creating oxidative stress that damages your heart, liver, and even your brain. And for seniors, this risk is even higher because our bodies don't process iron as efficiently as they used to. So how do you know if you're getting too much? First, Check your multivitamin. Many senior formulas still include iron when most older adults don't need it. Second, if you are taking iron, get your levels tested regularly. And third, focus on getting iron from food, lean meats, lentils, spinach, because your body absorbs it more safely that way. Now, after all this scary information, you're probably wondering, what supplements are safe to take? Here's the good news. There are options that can genuinely help without putting your heart at risk. Let's start with vitamin D3. Most seniors are deficient, and it's crucial for bone health, immunity, and even mood. Just make sure to pair it with vitamin K2. This helps direct calcium to your bones instead of your arteries. Another great one? Magnesium glycinate. It helps with sleep, muscle cramps, and even anxiety. And omega-3s from algae oil are a safer alternative to fish oil if you're concerned about oxidation or blood thinning. But here's the most important thing: food comes first. No supplement can replace a diet rich in whole foods, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats. Think of supplements as just that, a supplement to a healthy lifestyle, not a magic pill. So what's the takeaway from all this? First, audit your supplement cabinet. Check every bottle for the risky ingredients we talked about today. Second, talk to your doctor, not just about prescriptions, but about every vitamin and herb you're taking. And third, focus on real food, nature's perfect medicine. I know this was a lot to take in, but here's what I want you to remember: you can take control of your health without fear. It's not about avoiding every supplement out there, it's about choosing the right ones wisely. Small changes can make a huge difference in how you feel every day. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced side effects from a supplement you thought was safe? What healthy swaps have you made that worked for you? Share your stories in the comments below. Your experience could help someone else avoid a dangerous mistake. If this video helped you, do me a favor, hit that like button and share it with a friend or family member. You might just save them from a hidden health risk. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got more life-saving tips coming your way every week. Remember, getting older doesn't mean settling for pain or poor health. With the right knowledge, you can feel vibrant, strong, and full of life at any age. Here's to your health, today, tomorrow, and for all the years to come.